All right, we appreciate everybody coming to our press conference announcing the Cannon County High School softball coach. Cannon County High School is pleased to announce Mr. Billy Best as a credit recovery teacher and head softball coach at Cannon County High School, beginning with the 2018-2019 school year. In fact, he's just had his first few days of class today, so we congratulate him on making it to the end of the week. Coach Best is new to the state of Tennessee. Before becoming to Tennessee, he lived in Georgia, where he had been working as a teacher and a coach. Billy graduated from Peachtree Ridge High School in 2012 and went on to get his bachelor's degree from Georgia Gwinnett College while playing collegiate baseball. After graduating in December of 2016, Coach Best started teaching at Mountain View High School in January. And Coach Best has taught interrelated resource math, Algebra 1, Algebra 2, and geometry, and now teaches credit recovery here at Cannon County High School. Coach Best started coaching while in college. He first coached at his alma mater, Peachtree High School in Gwinnett County, Georgia. He coached for 4 years football at Peachtree Ridge, coaching mainly backs and quarterbacks. And while coaching at Peachtree Ridge, he also coached baseball for 3 years, working with varsity infielders and hitting. And then he moved to Mountain View, where he got his teaching job and also coached football and baseball again for 1 year before moving to Tennessee. So he will be assisting Coach Matt Daniel on football, as well as doing as head coach of our softball program here in Cannon County. He's the son of Lynn and Tom Best, and he has 2 younger siblings, Blake and Brittany. Blake, his brother, is a football player at the University of Kentucky, and Brittany is a senior in high school in Georgia. So it may give us all a reason to root for Kentucky instead of Tennessee, but we're going to work on him on that. He recently got married to Ashley Bakey, is that right? Bakey, and who is a former college softball player. And Ashley is a Tennessee native who pitched at Ravenwood High School. Ravenwood has an outstanding softball program. And before, she went on to play softball for Georgia Gwinnett College. So I'm assuming y'all met at Georgia Gwinnett College.
Yes, sir.
And now we have got him here in Tennessee, and we're glad to do that. We're looking forward to his teaching in the classroom and the impact of his character upon these young ladies, student athletes, and his coaching abilities to aid our CCHS softball program, as well as assisting Coach Matt Daniel with football. CCHS Principal Courtney Nichols has recommended him to me, and I have accepted his recommendation. Coach Billy Best met with the CCHS girls softball players earlier today, and he will be meeting with the softball parents next week. We're certainly very glad to announce his hire, and are excited about the future of Cannon County High School softball, and we'd like to welcome Coach Billy Best to our campus and to Cannon County High School.
Thank you.
So, Mr. Nichols, would you like to make any comments toward Mr. Best?
I would just like to say that Mr. Best is a great hire for our school, and I feel like he will take our softball program to the next level.
And our athletic director is also here, Mr. Matt Kay. We appreciate the props. We're getting used to that here, guys, on the press and getting our backdrop. So we hope to be making this will be a future venue. So thank you, Matt, for doing that. So your comments.
I echo what Mr. Nichols said of having him here. He is going to be a great asset. He's young and he's enthusiastic. He's going to be a very valuable benefit for these girls. I'm excited to work with him and hoping that he can help these girls, and really looking forward to him and see what he has to offer. I know he has been highly recommended, and I know that he will do a good job. He's here for the kids, and that's what I'm looking for. I really want someone to take up the this softball and really focus on them and help them grow, because I know there's a lot of potential with these girls, and with his help, then I know that these girls can reach that potential.
Anything further, Mr. Best? The floor is yours.
Well, yeah. I just want to say thank you to Admiral Curtis, Mr. Nichols, and Coach Cagle for giving me the opportunity to be a part of Cannon County High. Obviously, thank you, my parents. They're my biggest supporters. You know, they one's always calling me, making sure I'm doing the right thing, and they're 4.5 hours away in Georgia still. I talk to them both every day. My brother and sister, talk to a family. I'm a big family first guy. And then obviously my wife and my in-laws. I've been around the game of softball since I was young. My sister played growing up, and then obviously in college I met my wife. And, you know, it's a lot of fun to go out there and watch her pitch. Her stats kind of speak for herself. She's going to be around helping. My father-in-law will be here helping as well. She's got over 60 wins in college, something like 350 strikeouts. So I'm excited. She's excited to give back to coaching. You know, you've been playing for long enough, then you stop, you know, and so we're all excited. I'm just excited. That's what it comes down to. I'm ready to start. If I wasn't doing football, I hope it was spring already. We could skip the fall, go right to the spring. I think we're going to have a great year. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and I'm excited to get to know each and every one of you guys.
So we have some real good athletes, and we're going to live up to our potential. We're young, but yet I think we have a great potential, and that's what, as a director, I wanted to see in a softball coach. And when I saw his resume and looked at his resume as in coaching, and then with his wife assisting him, it was really a good fit for Cannon County. So we're open to any questions for any of the press.
What was one of the things, or some of the things that you said to the girls in your first appearance with them, first meeting?
I really just wanted to introduce myself to them, tell them I'm excited. I've got some plans, you know, expectations that I wanted to get out there. Grades are very important to me. You can't play softball forever, you know, and at the end of the day, you're gonna have to have a job when you get older. You play as long as you can, and then education is the most important, though, because once it's over, you got to go back to that degree, take care of a family, parents, everybody like that. So really, I just wanted to introduce myself, put a name to a face, you know, let them know I'm here to stay. I'm excited. I'm hoping to turn things around and move everything in a positive direction. Really, I want people to be afraid to play Cannon County softball. I want them to look at their schedule and circle it, and because we're going to compete. We're going to the very last out, we're going to play hard, play for each other. We're one big family. We're one big community. And the bottom line is, as Admiral Curtis says, Cannon succeeds. Big, bold letters. So not just athletically, but academically. And that's really important to me.
Coach, what was it about Cannon County that attracted you to this job?
Honestly, back in Gwinnett, I came from a very large school system. Schools average anywhere from 2,200 students to over 4,000 students. I went to high school there, so that's all I've been around. I've always wanted to have that Friday Night Lights kind of feel, you know, the hometown community feel, store shut down to go to the games, and that was a big plus to Cannon County. And then Coach Daniel, as soon as I talked to him, we kind of hit it off right away through a mutual friend. And I'm just excited. No place I'd rather be, honestly. If she wasn't going to school at Lipscomb, we'd be living in Cannon County.
How familiar are you with this district, the District AAA that Cannon County plays in, and the teams that play in it?
Honestly, not very familiar. I'm working on that. I've talked to the DeKalb coach a little bit and Huntland a little bit, trying to schedule some games, and just hitting the ground running. It was the first week, and I'm already trying to figure everything out, figure out all the Tennessee rules and laws, and just so, as Mr. Nichols says, nobody's going to jail. He's not going to jail, where everything's going to be good. But honestly, not very familiar, but I'm working on it. So,
Coaching hires already have been, you know, very successful. Exciting to see, you know, pumping excitement into different programs. Now that you're going to be looking for kids to come out and play, in addition to the team that you already have, what do you look for in, you know, potential
and a player?
Players, yeah.
Honestly, it's somebody who works hard. From the time we walk between those lines, we walk in that dugout, they're working hard. My biggest, not concern, but I don't want to have to worry about what they do once practice is over. I want, you know, make sure they're taking care of their grades, go home, study, use their time wisely, and a good teammate, really. like I said earlier, we're a family. So it's not just about me, but it's about Cannon County softball, and it's about the whole community. And that's like a big factor for me when looking into athletes. How will they interact with the girls?
I know you kind of just hit the ground here with this, with the hire and everything, but as you're looking forward a bit, maybe talk about the process that you see that you want, the steps that you're going to take to get this team prepared for the springtime and the season coming up.
Well, first we got to take care of the field. I'll win field of the year. In the school I came from, the district, they gave an award for the most appealing field, you could say. Take care of that. As the softball thing, fundamentals. You take care of fundamentals. You put the girls in situations in practice, so when it becomes game time, they're not starstruck or shocked on what's going on. It just is second nature. You practice enough during the days, and when it comes game time, it's just got to be second nature. I want the girls to have fun with each other, and just keep working hard. I'm excited. I think it's going to be a great year. It's going to be a turning year. So.
Okay. Shifting gears a little bit to football, do you know what role you're going to have as an assistant with Coach Daniel with the Lions?
Right now I'm working with the running backs and the linebackers. Back in, I guess last week was my first full week coaching football. So it's trying to get to know everybody, what they do. We're moving people around, and as of right now I'm going to be up in the box. I played quarterback in high school, so I can read the defense and just relay it down to Coach Daniel and just go from there. Whatever he needs me to do. I know painting the field, I love working on the field, so I was painting last night. It's my quiet time. So,
Mr. Nichols, I'll ask this question to you. What characteristics did you see in Coach Best that really stood out to you that made you know this was the right guy for the job?
Instantly, when I met Coach Best, within 5 minutes, I knew that he had integrity. Just very impressed with him right off the bat. I know, and like I said earlier, I feel very confident that he's going to take this program to the next level. And as he was meeting with his students today, the very first thing that I heard that come out with his players today, the very first thing I heard him say was, "I'm focusing on your grades," which is a huge priority here at Cannon County High School. So I'm super excited. Like I said, as hiring Coach Best as a hire here, and I just feel like like I said, he's going to take this program to the next level.
This goes out to Matt Cagle. I know that you've had some experience with softball, coaching softball. Have you talked to him?
No, I haven't discussed anything, coaching-wise as yet. I don't know how much my expertise that he would enjoy.
Enjoy is the word.
It might be a limited on that, but I've told him, and whatever he needs from me, I'll do it. If however I can help, he knows that I've got his back, and it's just that it goes back to that family type situation, that atmosphere, the community. That's what we want here as a coaching staff, and also as a faculty here in the high school as well. And if he needs my help, he knows that he's got it, whatever he needs.
Coach, you mentioned small town, hometown, Friday Night Lights. Outside of the school, what about this community has really stood out to you, the community as a whole, that has stood out in your short time here so far?
Everybody knows everybody. And everybody's been so nice and welcoming. New teacher orientation, everybody had a smile on. It had that welcoming feel. You walk into the county office and there's no long faces like they're sad to be back to work. Everybody's excited. Really, you see the support already with football. We had our scrimmage last week at Huntland. Coach Matt Daniels done a great job with the program. So you can see the excitement that the community has about Cannon County, and I'm glad to be a part of it. I know these three guys right here have my back, and it's very, what's the word? Comforting. Yes.
Interesting.
It's very comforting to know that I have the support. So I'm excited. And I think, like I said, it's going to be great. So
I'll go to Mr. Curtis or Mr. Nichols with this and talk about this is the second coach that's been hired in the last few months here, and it looks like the process is really, you're going above and beyond to look for the right person, the right fit for the program. Talk a little bit about the process that now, now moving forward, what you're going to use when you select, coaches for the programs at Cannon County?
Well, Tom, it goes back, I think, to our mission statement, why we do what we do. And the mission statement of Cannon County Schools is to prepare students for their futures, and every one of them, including softball. And you look at, it was a similar process that I did with hiring Coach Daniel, was you look at teacher first and then coach. And then you look at quality, and not just these young ladies. I look over those young ladies and I said, it's my responsibility to get the very best coach I can find for Cannon County High School. And so the process was a little bit longer, but this is what we found, and this is who we looked at, and I went with Mr. Nichols' recommendation. But it's is that the part of our vision, our mission, is to prepare these young ladies for their future, but it's also our vision, and that vision is what we call the new E3, and that E3 is to be engaged in excellence every single day. And I'll preach just for a second here because I can with these young ladies, and that is that you're engaged in excellence in the classroom, but you're also engaged in excellence on the athletic field. So it's pertinent to me as a director to make sure I hire the best coach I can possibly find, because these young ladies deserve it. And that's what I want to try to do in every coach I can hire, no matter it is that teacher first, but also quality of character, so that they will be a great example for these role model for these young ladies. And having, and like I said, similar hire to Coach Daniel, but one thing that Coach Best does bring is that collegiate focus, particularly with his wife who played collegiate softball, and knowing what it looks like to be in college, and having her as a resource, to me was a win-win for us. Mr. Nichols, you probably...
I think Mr. Curtis said it best, is that we're focusing on education as a top priority, and focusing on these student athletes as they leave Cannon County High School. We not only want them to be college ready, but career ready.
We've seen softball in this area afford a lot of local young ladies to go to college, to continue not just their playing career, but also get that college education. Your wife having played college softball, do you feel like that gives you kind of a leg up of being able to help some of these girls, get them noticed out there where they could possibly get a free ride to college through softball?
Absolutely. She played in the NAIA for actually Coach Kat Eilenberg, who's from the Nashville area. So, I'm not hesitant to reach out to any college coach. I enjoy talking. I enjoy talking to people. And whether I know you or I've met you one day earlier, I'll call you and suggest a girl. But the first thing the college coaches ask is, how is she as a student? That's the first thing they'll ask. Can I see their transcripts? So that's why it comes back to this education piece. It's so important for that opportunity to go play college. You could be the best softball player in the world, but your grades are poor. They're not going to take a chance on you guys. And I can tell you that right now. I've seen it happen. So.
Okay.
Any additional questions?
I'll wind up on a light note. The Admiral hat and term.
Tom, it is a point. Okay. I say that to be punning. We used the set at our first in-service. The set of the Titanic the musical was over at the Art Center. So I got kidded a little bit that. So I passed out. We did the nautical theme for the whole thing. And Mr. Nichols is the captain of this ship, Cannon County High School.
Right.
So I passed out sailor hats to all of them, and then I have captain hats I'm going to hand out to them at our next principals meeting. And then they all started referring to me as the Admiral. So they said, well, you're not the captain, you're the captain of the whole fleet. I said, well, that's the Admiral. So I received this morning, girls, so I'll try to wear that with my Cannon County High School softball hat when I come to see y'all play. But that's what the Admiral says, is I'm the Admiral of the fleet. So we hope we're going to have a good year, and it was a great in-service, and I passed out the sailor hats, and I said, on those sailor hats, I want you to put CCS, which stands for Cannon County Schools, and then the initials of your school. So this ship is the CCHS. Lots of C's there, but Mr. Nichols is the captain of this ship, and I leave the captain alone. I give him his orders, and his orders is we want this school to be the best possible school that we can be, and take us to the next level. And Mr. Nichols is certainly an innovator and thinking outside the box, and we see a great atmosphere here, and it's going to continue because we desire excellence, and excellence needs to be a term we want to see. On another note, last evening at our school board meeting, I got to hand out some certificates for our trap team of being third place in nationals. You know, that's excellence. And that's trap shooting excellence. We can send our students from Cannon County High School to place nationally in a contest. And I also recognized a young man who placed in FCCLA, Austin Powell. I recognized him for placing in leadership nationally, winning a silver award in that organization. So we're looking at excellence all across the board. And as the Admiral of the Fleet, that's the orders, that we want to see excellence. And I want to see that excellence no matter if on academics or athletics, that we want to do our best and to have these young ladies go on to achieve great things at the collegiate level, but also in life, that we're raising citizens. The old government teacher comes out at me. And I had to throw that in, that we're raising citizens, and we want to be productive citizens for the rest of their lives. And we have a nice opportunity for 4 years to do that with the high school. But even more than that, we have people now that will be here in our system for 13 years. So that's the key about the Admiral, is that I'm the Admiral of the Cannon County Schools Fleet.
I'm good.
I'm good too.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Appreciate it.
Thank you.